Marine insurance covers property losses and injury or damage to third party caused by perils of the sea and fire, theft, jettison, piracy and other similar perils for a period of 12 months. Covers against damage to offshore oil and gas installations. Also includes cargo insurance, whereby it covers goods that have been sold and are being shipped by a buyer. Also provides mutual aid and financed by members' contributions. Aviation insurance covers hulls, cargo, freight, and liability available to aircraft owners, operators and manufacturers, as well as to airport authorities, as in marine cargo insurance for a period of 1 year. Public liability insurance is necessary to cover liabilities for bodily injury to third parties and damage to their properties. Liabilities to third parties came out when loss or injury caused to person or property on the ground without proof of negligence. Private cars and motorcycles covers owners against risk of injury to the third parties and damage to property while driving the vehicle as stated in the policy. Also covers for driver and spouse on medical expenses and against loss of damage to vehicle contents and personal effects. Has a no claims discount, NCD, which entitles the owners to a discount on the basic premium. Commercial vehicles covers on vehicles carrying goods, vehicles carrying persons, agricultural and forestry vehicles and special types. Comprehensive covers for commercial vehicles does not include medical expenses, personal accident benefits or contents. Transit insurance provides compensation to the owners or carriers of goods of which are lost or damaged during overland transit. The scope and nature of cover depends on whether the transit is international or within a single country, on the nature of transport and on the type of goods. Fire insurance compensates against any loss or damage to property which is caused directly by fire or lightning, where the cause of ignition must be accidental or fortuitous in origin. Covers on explosion, earthquake, water damage, impact damage, riot, theft, falling trees, damage to underground pipes, public liability, accidental damage to certain specified items, mirrors, glass, etc., as well as legal liabilities to third parties for injury or damage. Theft insurance provides compensation against theft in commercial property. The cover for contents of business premises must be distinguished carefully between different types of stocks because some are easier to steal and dispose of than others. Glass insurance. It is often in package policies for businessmen like shopkeepers or hoteliers, but it can be bought separately. Provides compensation for damage to plate glass windows and doors as well as most other kinds of fixed glass. Also covers damage to shop fronts, contents of windows and neon signs. Engineering insurance provides compensation for damage to machinery caused by its own failure, explosion or breakdown. Covers all kinds of plant and machinery against property losses caused by extraneous perils unconnected with machinery failure, fire, flood, impact, or loss due to business interruption following breakdown, and liabilities to third parties. Travel insurance compensates travelers for the loss of baggage, loss of deposit, medical expenses, and compensation for accidents, cancellation charges and in some cases liabilities to third parties. Covers both packaged holidays and non-packaged travel. Mortgage indemnity insurance Protects lenders such as banks and building societies against loss of principal, interest or additional expenses on the sale of property. Protection insisted on by the lenders if the borrower took a loan exceeding 75% of the property value. Compensates the lenders if the property is sold for less than the outstanding capital loan. Liability insurance covers liabilities caused through actions which may cause injury or damage to property such as negligence. Someone fails to act in what the law considers to be a reasonable manner, nuisance, wrong done by lawfully disturbing a person in the enjoyment of his property, trespass, unlawful act committed with force or violence on the person or property of another, and strict liabilities, imposed by law even where business or individuals concerned have exercised reasonable care. Public liability insurance protects the insured against any legal liabilities incurred for bodily injury to the third parties or damage to their property. It is available to both businesses and individuals. The cover for property is restricted to tangible property only. Products liability insurance covers the insured against liabilities arising from injuries to third parties or damage to their property caused by goods supplied, sold, tested, serviced, or repaired by insured. Professional indemnity insurance protects professional people such as lawyers, insurance brokers, surveyors, doctors, accountants, consulting engineers or architects against any liabilities incurred as a result of their negligence. The claimant must show that the insured failed to exercise reasonable skill and care that could be expected from a member of his profession. Fidelity insurance, known as suretyship insurance to replace system of private sureties, guarantor, covers any misappropriate use of money through dishonest actions of supposedly responsible person. For example, government bonds usually become surety for appointed liquidators of bankrupt companies and for responsible warehousemen in charge of bonded warehouses.